What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. You know who I am, and welcome back to another episode of Film Stock Reviews. In this episode, I'm reviewing Mortal Kombat. Yes, the reboot is finally here, and it's epic beyond words. This is a reboot of the 1995 movie. Now, I want to warn you, there are minor spoilers, not a lot of spoilers, just a few factors to get everything understanding and what is going on. And the movie starts out in 17th century Japan, and the Lin Kuei assassins, led by Bai Han, attack the village of Hanzo Hasashi, and that is Scorpion, if you didn't know, and that's played by Hiroyuki Sanada. And the character goes into this whole aspect of fighting the Lin Kuei assassins. The opening scene is so epic that it's fantastic, and it's so brutal. Like, they get right into certain aspects of how the fighting is done and how the killing is done. And I do want to mention the fatalities in this are so crazy and interesting that I was very happy to see fatalities in this movie, because the original movie, the 1995 version, and its sequel did not have fatalities that much. It had friendship and it had animality, and that was it. But fatalities, it didn't have. So like I said, the movie starts off in 17th century Japan, and we go on this course of learning what this story is. And there are a lot of new characters in this. We get, a character named by Cole Young, who is played by Louis Tran. And it's interesting because in the present day, Outworld is on the brink of victory over Earthrealm, having won 9 out of the 10 deathmatch tournaments called Mortal Kombat. Now, if you're the winner of it, it would allow the realms to merge. However, an ancient prophecy is foretold and says that the blood of Hanzo Hasashi would unite a new generation of Earthrealm champions over Outworld. Now, Shang Tsung, played by Chin Han, who is another fantastic actor, does not like the sound of this. So he hires so-called hunters, or his, people, to go after the champions of Earthrealm, or the previous champions of Earthrealm, to stop this from happening. And it's interesting because then these previous champions we see are Liu Kang and Kung Lao. Now, the only way that you are seen as an Earthrealm champion is the marker of the dragon on your shoulder. And Liu Kang has this, Kung Lao has this, and somehow the character of Cole Young has this. But he plays a major factor in this movie, and I don't want to get into it, and I don't want to spoil that, because that is an epic reason why this movie works to an extensive point, and it's fan-fucking-tastic. The action and the fighting in this movie is really tremendous. You could tell they choreographed it, they worked on it so hard, and it's really good. The certain characters that are in this, spoiler alert, Cabal is in this. We didn't see Cabal in the first Mortal Kombat or its sequel, Annihilation, which is great. Plus, Cabal really doesn't exist until Mortal Kombat 3 in the video games. We're introduced and we see, other memorable characters. And if you don't know in the beginning of the movie who Bai Han is and what the Lin Kuei assassins are, you need to do your research on it. Exceptional research on it, because you'll miss out on what it is. And I don't want to give away who Bai Han is, because as a loyal fan as I am to the Mortal Kombat movies, series, and the video games, I don't want to give away who that character is. But it's done so well, and Joe Taslim is fantastic as Sub-Zero. If you see the poster and if you see the trailer, the movie is basically the story of Sub-Zero and Scorpion, which is what the Mortal Kombat story is about, and how it intertwines and interjects with the other lives of other characters. Listen, the trailer was epic and fantastic, and when you saw what was happening, you knew this was going to be a Sub-Zero and Scorpion movie, and it is. Liu Kang, Kung Lao, Raiden, Sonya, Jax, Shang Tsung, they're all there because they have a purpose, and when they have a purpose and they explain what that purpose is, then you know what it means to be in this tournament. And the character of Cole Young is not just thrown in there as a new character. He serves a purpose, like Liu Kang served a purpose in the 1995 version of Mortal Kombat. Now, in order for these characters to gain their inner power, so to speak, they have to find their arcana. And when they do find their arcana, they release their power. So for example, Kano's arcana is his red laser eye beam, and Kung Lao's arcana is his metal rimmed hat. So it's really interesting to see how they gain their inner power or their arcana. And giving it a name gives it so forth a meaning to every single thing in the story. Now, not only Cabal, but Goro, Raiko, and Natara do make an appearance as well. If you don't know who those characters are, definitely check it out. And, you know, it feels like this movie took certain things from all the Mortal Kombat video games and it made sense. Because the video games, after a certain year, became what is called a storytelling video game. We followed these video games for the story, and I feel like they took every single thing from those video games and put it in this movie, but with changing things around. This movie is epic on beyond words, and Simon Marquardt, who directed this movie and knew what the fans wanted, he gave it to the fans, and it's so epic. If you see the fatalities in this, it's crazy. The fight scene with Sub-Zero and Scorpion is better than the ones in the original Mortal Kombat and Mortal Kombat Annihilation. I mean, the Mortal Kombat Annihilation Sub-Zero Scorpion fight was good, but it wasn't as good as in this. This movie is much more darker in tone, and you can see that with the silhouettes, how things played out. Even where they go, the settings, Outworld, Earthrealm, Netherrealm, everything coincides and everything has a reason that it shows up. Now, not only is Chin Han playing Shang Tsung, Hiroyuki Sanada is Scorpion, Luden Lin is Liu Kang, Louis Tran is Cole Young, Tadanobu Asano is Raiden. Like, epic actors, Japanese, Chinese, Korean, epic actors in this movie, and it's so good. I give Mortal Kombat, the reboot, 5 out of 5 stars. This movie is insane. It's so good, and you'll definitely want to watch it over and over again. It was released in theaters and on HBO Max simultaneously. I'm getting goosebumps talking about this because this review is a long time coming for a fantastic movie that I've waited 2 decades for. And I was 8 years old in 1995, and I saw Mortal Kombat 5 consecutive weekends in a row at the movie theaters. It's still a record of mine that I haven't broken yet. The closest was 3 consecutive weekends for Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man's Chest. So seeing Mortal Kombat in 1995, 5 consecutive weekends in a row was great. And, you know, because it's the music, it's the aspect, it's the feeling. And let me say, the techno feeling of the music, the theme music in this version is really good. It's not as great as the original, but it works on so many levels that you actually start bopping your head to it when you start hearing it, because it's great. Of course, the Mortal Kombat, that's in the techno version, this new version, because, hey, you can't say that that voice is prominent when you hear Mortal Kombat. This movie, it's fantastic, and I can't keep saying it. If you haven't seen it, please check it out. The movie is 110 minutes long. It's less than 2 hours. It's a quick watch. It's fun. Hey, once you watch it again, over and over, until you can't get enough of this new Mortal Kombat movie. Because you will enjoy it for the story, the acting, the fighting, the fatalities, and just how everything comes together, and seeing all these prominent, well-known actors that you know you've seen in other movies in a Mortal Kombat movie. So let me know in the comment section below what you think about this Mortal Kombat movie. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Why didn't you like it? And how do you think it compares to the 1995 movie version, Mortal Kombat? And do you see this movie getting sequels? And what do you think of the A-list actors that are in this movie? Like Ludi Lin, Chin Han, Joe Taslim, Todanobu Asano, and even Hiroyuki Sanada, who is the big main focus in this movie. Be sure you click that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for new videos on my channel. And you know where to follow Marchio Productions and me, Mr. Filmstock. I'll leave a link to all the social media accounts in the description box below. You guys can check it out and follow along. I'm Anthony. Thanks for tuning in.